I love the energy, the enthusiasm. Hollywood!
This is Utah Tech Football and the Lance Anderson Coaches Show, presented by Red Rock NIL, empowering student athletes through local businesses.
A lot of good work. I'm really proud of you guys.
And hi there once again, everybody. Welcome to the Lance Anderson Coaches Show. Rod Zundel, along with the head football coach of Utah Tech, Lance Anderson. Trailblazers getting ready for Central Arkansas this Saturday, 2 o'clock in Greater Zion Stadium. Central Arkansas is ranked 9th in the country. They come into town on a 2-game winning streak. Last week, Trailblazers coming off a tough, hard-fought loss at Eastern Kentucky, 28-17. And as we go back to that game against the Eastern Kentucky Colonels Saturday, you had your chances. A lot of things were right there, and you've been preaching finish, finish, finish. You finished a couple of drives, but not enough, and you still had a chance in the fourth quarter to get back into this game.
Exactly. It was nice to, again, go into a game where we're in it in the fourth quarter. We're in it the entire game. Just have to execute better and have to finish more drives, both defensively and offensively.
What did you like most about what you saw Saturday and the improvement from the week before?
Probably liked most that on both sides of the ball, both offensively and defensively, we saw some improvement. Especially offensively, we were more efficient in the run game. We threw for more yards, probably fewer drops and fewer missed passes, but there were still some there. Defensively, again, solid tackling for most of the game, consistent fits versus the run most of the game. Did a very good job against the pass all game long.
Yeah.
It's just a couple drives. We got wore down a little bit in the second half and gave up a couple touchdowns that we shouldn't have.
Yeah, you only allowed 75 yards passing. That's one of the best performances in Utah Tech history as far as pass yards allowed.
And I mean, we were very concerned about the pass going in because we felt like Morrissey was a very good quarterback. They had a couple of really good slot receivers. So I think our guys in the secondary did a great job in coverage. Linebackers, we had some good pass rush as well. So that was, again, good. We've got to be better against the run.
When you look at Bronson Barban, third start for the true freshman out of Dixie High School, 22 of 39, 231 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Did have a fumble return for a touchdown, but no picks.
Yeah, I mean, that was good. That was very encouraging to see. Made some really exceptional throws. And you also saw some of those quarterback draws we ran with Bronson. There were other times when no one was open and he tucked the ball and he ran and got a lot of positive yards. So I think it was another step in the right direction with Bronson. Did some really good things on Saturday.
And you were banged up. We knew that you weren't going to have running back Chris Street in the lineup. But then right before game time, Bretton Stone, who's going to replace him and get much of the load, he wasn't able to go.
Yeah, I mean, that was disappointing having both those guys out. But again, guys stepped up. I think Kona Kroll had one of his best games, did a great job running the ball, also catching the ball out of the backfield. Asa Chapman really stepped up and played well too.
All right, so let's take a look at the highlights, and you can see a lot of these guys stepping up in the place of those guys that weren't suited up. Kona Crowell, 70 yards from scrimmage, 38 yards rushing on 9 carries. Got one right there. And Josh Rillos, 1 catch coming in, 7 receptions for 72 yards Saturday.
Boy, he really stepped up, did a great job. He's a guy that just works hard in practice, and he's seen his role expand as the year's gone on.
Now watch as Rillos gets the pass, the blocking from Estes and McEwen right there. That's what you like to see
yes,
from
I thought
receivers.
We were much better also blocking on the perimeter with our receivers and our tight ends.
And here comes Asa Chapman, and he's got a burst of speed when he gets around that edge.
Oh, he does. I mean, he's going to be a really good football player. He's another true freshman. And he's got a great future ahead of him.
Yeah, he had 4 carries, 28 yards, and here comes Rillos again. And your passes were there. They were open.
They were. A lot of guys, stepped up, ran good routes, got open, and Bronson really delivered the ball well.
3rd down right here. Big play on this drive to Kona Crowell.
Kona's done that a couple weeks in a row where he's had some very critical 3rd down conversions, catching the ball out of the backfield.
You got a field goal out of that to take a 3-0 lead. Damani Wilkes coming back after missing 5 games.
It's great to get him back. He's another hard worker, tough guy. Great to have him back in the lineup.
He had a couple of catches. How about this, Bronson Barban to Alec Burton on your first touchdown drive?
I'd love to see Alex stay in bounds a little longer right there, but yeah, Alex had some big plays in the pass game this year.
You finish it off with Bryce Parker touchdown from Barban.
Yeah, great catch there, and Bryce is electric when he gets the ball in his hands.
So you're in this game, and in the fourth quarter, you had another drive coming up. We can go back to the highlights there. Annie Falai right there makes a great catch. He's played well since returning the last
Yes,
two games.
it's been great getting him back, and he's another guy we need to keep getting the ball to because he's a real playmaker.
And then you finish this drive off with his first touchdown reception in a Trailblazer uniform for any.
I think we're going to see more of those in the future.
He had 3 receptions, 52 yards, so he has 7 receptions in the last 2 games since coming back after missing 6 games, and you really missed that through the early part of the season.
We did, and it's taken him a couple weeks to get back in the flow. I mean, when you're out 4 to 6 weeks, I think he was out like 6 weeks and wasn't able to practice, it takes time to get back into a groove, but he's really doing that right now.
3rd down conversions, 6 for 15. You had a lot of first downs, so but you didn't have as many 3rd down attempts as you had the last couple of games. But you made some crucial 3rd downs to keep drives alive, especially on the touchdown drives.
Exactly, and again, we're getting better there. We'd like to see a couple more conversions, but that's an area we are improving in.
346 yards of total offense, 150 yards of that on the ground. So a better running game. Not a lot of chunk yards, just pound and what is it? Ground and pound. Pound and ground. That's what it is.
And we were definitely more efficient in the run game, and we've done that for a couple weeks in a row now, so that's encouraging. It would be nice to break a couple of those big ones, but it's great to see that efficiency in the run game.
You were 3 for 3 in the red zone with a couple of touchdowns and a field goal. You had 1st and goal, and you had to settle for a field goal, but 3 for 3. At least you're efficient there. You'd like to get another touchdown out of that.
We're getting points though, and that's a good start.
So if and buts were candy and nuts, every day would be Christmas, right? But we got to talk about facts. We had a lot of ifs and what ifs and buts in this game. You had a couple of drops on 3rd down, big plays that would have kept the drive alive. You had a wide open guy on the sidelines that probably would have scored a touchdown, if not, it'd been a 34-yarder. You had a guy on the edge. You didn't hold a block. That would have been another big game. If you had turned that field goal into a touchdown, that's 4 points. So basically, you had about 18 points that you left on the field just because of those small things, and you lose by 11.
And unfortunately, that's kind of been the story of our season where we just need to be better at finishing things, better at executing in critical situations, having some of those 50-50 plays go our way. And it's just going to take work to get there, but I think we're trending in the right direction.
This is the Lance Anderson Coaches Show with head coach of Utah Tech, Lance Anderson, here on the Fan and Trailblazer Sports Vision. Your defense only gave up 21 points. Their other touchdown came on a fumble return for a TD. You gave up 362 total yards, couple that with only 311 total yards the week before. So your defense playing much better, not giving up the big chunk plays that they were earlier in the season.
I think that's what's really helped is we're not giving up as many big plays. We're tackling better, again, more sound. A couple of those touchdown drives came in the second half, and we'd like to, stop that. We'd like to finish stronger, but I think there are things to build on.
0-0 in the first quarter. So this was turned out to be a defensive struggle. As we take a look at the highlights, John Sniffen, I think he had probably one of his best games of the season. Got his first sack right here of the year.
Yeah, had some real good production for us. He's been a solid guy. The other thing I like about John is he plays with a lot of energy, plays with a lot of emotion.
Here's Sniff again, stuffing that run. You did give up 267 yards, but that time, that's a no-no right there.
Stuffed him there, but yeah, we need more of those in the run game.
Now, and then that little crawl right there. But towards the end of the first half, you're only down 14-3, and Quincy Leger makes a great play on this football, had the interception to put an end to this drive, and then watch this, boom, had the ball dislodged. But, Coach, he made a great play on the ball.
He did. I wish he just would have caught it the first time, but it was a great play. And Quincy continues to play well. I think had 11 tackles for us. You got to capitalize on opportunities like that. That's what we talked about earlier.
Yep.
Those things change games right there.
And he was okay, just had the wind knocked out.
Oh, yeah, had the wind knocked out. I think he was back like 2 plays later.
So that was 14-3 towards the end of the first half. If it had held on to the ball, again, if and buts, right? They scored a couple of plays later, so that kind of, well, that was actually in the third quarter, but they scored a couple of plays later, and then you guys had to fight your way back, which you did, and you got to give it to your guys. Did not give up, had a couple of scoring drives, and you had your chances to get even closer.
We did. We were right there in the fourth quarter, and we'd been playing well on defense, but unfortunately, gave up a touchdown fairly late in the fourth quarter, where we were right in it. And if we'd gotten a stop there, I felt like our offense had some momentum. I mean, there was an opportunity to win that game.
And to hold this team to 75 yards passing with the guys you were missing Jaden Sheridan, one of your top DBs, Jagger Williams, one of your top DBs, Gabe Valenzuela, your starting safety, and you held them to 75 total yards passing.
Yeah, and like I told you, going in, that was a concern, was their throwing game, because the quarterback's a good player. They have some good receivers. And also knowing that we were going to start 2 true freshmen at the corner spots who had never played a game of college football yet. It was great to see them respond and for us to hang in the game that way. I think those 2 guys, Jeremiah Jamo and Kyle Parker, they grew up fast. And it wasn't perfect, but they played well enough to keep us in that game.
And they were ball hawks. They were around the ball quite a bit.
They were. They played with great energy, and that's all we can ask.
And you like that because they were involved in it and they were making plays. And now your depth goes even further now that those guys have some experience under their belt.
Yeah, those reps are gonna pay off, and we'll see who's available this week. But hey, those guys at least have 1 game under their belt, and they'll be that much better this week if their number's called again.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, a couple of players will join us. This is the Lance Anderson Coaches Show.
D.R. Horton is America's largest home builder, but with a local heart. Nestled just west of the Sand Hollow Recreation Area is a 600-acre master planned community with beautifully designed single-family homes, cottages, and townhomes called Long Valley. Visit us at drhorton.com and join us in continuing the American dream of home ownership and build your next home with D.R. Horton, America's builder.
Experience the magic of southern Utah from the sky and the ground at Confetti Pebbles Hot Air Balloons. They take you on breathtaking journeys across the stunning landscapes of St. George, Hurricane, and beyond. But why just visit when you can live here? Priority First Real Estate is dedicated to helping you find your dream home. Together, they bring you closer to the community, closer to nature, closer to home. Confetti Pebbles Hot Air Balloons and Priority First Real Estate, where adventure meets home.
Hey there, sports fans. Ready to take a timeout from the sidelines and jump into the action? St. George Regional Airport has you covered. Score big with convenient flights that take you from our Red Rocks to destinations around the globe. Whether it's the bright lights of LA or an exotic getaway across the Pacific, your adventure starts right here at home. When you're planning that epic getaway, St. George Regional Airport is your home field advantage. The Burt brothers doing it better player of the game against Eastern Kentucky, running back Kona Crowell, the sophomore out of Desert Hills High School with his best day in a Trailblazer jersey. A total of 74 yards from scrimmage, including 9 carries, 34 yards. It's the option to Kona. Kona, first down and more. Kona Crowell. And 4 receptions, 40 yards. A screen pass to Crowell. Crowell from Barbin. Running back Kona Crowell. The Burt brothers doing it better player of the game.
And back here on the Lance Anderson Coaches Show, imagine that. We've got the player of the game here in studio with us, Kona Crowell right there. Nice game Saturday. Thank you for coming in. And then also right over there, linebacker, running back last year, turned linebacker, Malachi Fakahua. And you are a Dixie High grad. Got a couple of locals in studio. So you've also been playing well the last couple of games. Had a lot of injuries. You've had to stay away from that bug. Knock on wood, right?
Yes, sir.
So, Kona, let's talk about you with the injuries in the running back position. Street not playing, Breton not playing. Even before that, you were starting to get a lot of touches. Just talk about how cool it is for you to get more involved in this offense.
I mean, you just gotta stay ready to get ready. I mean, Coach Jamo does a lot to prepare us each week and every week, and I got a lot of reps that week. So, I guess I just had to go out there and play, and that's just what happened. That's what I did.
And Coach, he runs hard.
Oh, he does. Physical, early in the season we were getting him involved more as a blocker because he's so tough, he's so physical. But now he's shown, catching the football, running the football, very productive.
Kona, you seem to be really successful in receiving. Just talk about that part of your game as well.
Yeah, so when it was COVID season, I played a lot of 7-on-7, and I think that's what elevated my game to be able to run routes and catch a lot. And I think that's one of my stronger suits is being able to run routes and be out in open space and catch the ball.
And you're really using him as a running back, not just coming out of the backfield, but you set him up in slots every now and then as well.
Yeah, the last couple of games he's had some big third down conversions, catching the ball out of the backfield.
And we've had some drops on the team. I don't think you've had a drop, have you?
Nope. Not,
Coach, you like that?
Oh, we love that.
Yeah.
We got to keep that going for sure.
All right, Malachi Fakahua out of Dixie High School. You went to BYU, right, out of high school. Then you came to Utah Tech as a running back, and now you moved over to linebacker. This is your first year as a linebacker, and you're a big part of this defense. How did that all come about? What was that discussion like? Who was it with, and why did you make that decision?
Well, it started with a phone call from Coach Anderson. There was a good chance that I wasn't going to come back this last season, but with him coming in, he was just checking, who we had available, and he gave me the phone call, and he said, hey, I'd love to have you back. And I said, all right, but I want to be on the right side of the ball, which is defense. And he said, I could make that happen if you come out. So here I am.
Now, why did you want to go over on that side of the football?
I've always just been more comfortable playing on the defensive side of the ball. In high school, I mostly only played linebacker, and then a little bit of nickel is what I was going up for at BYU. And then when I came down here is when they decided that we needed more running backs, and that's why I ended up in that room.
And Coach, what do you like about Malachi's performance and the reason that he switched to linebacker?
He's very instinctive. He learns fast. He's smart. He's also tough, physical, strong. That's why, to me, it's amazing that he's not been playing linebacker his whole high school or whole college career, because he took to it so naturally in the spring, learned it so fast, and just his instincts show. And I think maybe the experience playing running back helps there.
Yeah.
I mean, he sees things like a running back does. He understands when gaps open, where the seams are, and I think that's helped him at linebacker.
And I mentioned this when I saw you come back for fall camp. I said, man, you've thicked up. I mean,
yeah.
he just like ballooned, man. He's a stud. I mean, you put on some weight, didn't you?
I did, 20 pounds.
20 pounds.
Yeah.
And can you feel that in the linebacker spot?
Yes.
Yeah.
A big
And glad you
difference.
did?
Yes.
And Coach, that tells you something about the guy that over the summer puts on 20 pounds for this position.
Yeah, I mean, that position, you got to take on those guards, those tackles. You got to put hands on those guys and strike and separate. So you need that strength. And that's shown up this year. That's something that Malachi does a really good job of.
Do you feel more comfortable in the linebacker spot than you did running back?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
You like hitting rather than getting hit?
So much better.
You're getting hit a lot, but you put your shoulder down. You don't shy away from hits.
I just gotta go hit somebody. That's simple as that.
Coach, you gonna steal him to the defensive
Oh,
side
there
too?
are a lot of days I would like to. But we need we need good, tough, physical football players like these two at every position.
Okay, so we know you're two local kids here. So Conan, just talk about yourself and how you arrived at Utah Tech, family life, all that kind of good stuff.
Well, I'm originally from Hawaii, and I moved up here my junior year of high school to start playing football here, because Hawaii football was it was maximum 4 games a year. So I came up here just for more of a football chance, and I played here. It was great environment, great people. And Utah Tech was the only option, so I came here, and I just got stick to the program. Felt like home now. Now I'm here.
Family life, where do you fit in?
So I'm the third youngest out of 6 siblings, and my dad recently just moved up here, so it's me and my dad living here.
Oh,
so
nice.
That's been amazing for me.
I bet it has, yeah.
So great. And my rest of my family are all still back home, but they try and come up and visit sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's been really nice for me and my dad. Just focus on football.
Yeah.
So it's been good.
And Coach, no offers, nobody interested in him, and you see what he can do on an FCS level.
Oh, it's been tremendous what he's done. And you look at, like, early in the year, Conan was mainly playing on special teams, and yet he kept practicing, kept grinding, kept working hard, and now he's got more and more reps on special teams, and he's playing a ton on offense, and he's a very productive player for us.
All right, Malachi Fakahua, tell us a little bit about yourself and your family and all that kind of good stuff.
I'm the youngest of
Coach,
3.
hold on. Coach, we got another young baby. Were you spoiled?
I don't think so, but my siblings think I am.
Yes,
Of course he was.
I'm sure you took advantage of it, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, okay.
Had to. So out of high school, I actually went and served an LDS mission for 2 years, and then
Where?
Guatemala.
Wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Then I had the opportunity to go up to BYU with my cousin, and COVID hit, and that's when I decided to get married to my wife. We had been dating a while, and after that season had passed, we realized that, maybe we wanted to be closer to home and start a family, so transfer down here under Coach P, and then lucky to still be here under Coach Anderson.
All right. So the reason you came to Utah Tech just because this was home to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason you came is because they're the ones that showed some interest in you. And do you take that, Kona Crowell, as a little chip on your shoulder saying, you know what? Nobody else really gave me a chance. These guys did. I'm going to prove everybody wrong.
Yeah, I definitely do. Especially when I first came here, I just put my head down and worked, and I think that was a big thing for me.
What's it like playing here in front of your high school buddies and that kind of stuff?
I mean, it's cool. I don't really pay any mind to it, but I mean, it's just football to me at the end of the day.
Now you come from Hawaii, but you grew up here, right?
Yes.
So what's it like for you to play in front of the guys you played in Little League with, church ball, and all that kind of stuff with?
Oh, it's awesome. The only bad thing is being, an older player. All my old teammates are like, man, you're still playing. And but other than that, my family absolutely loves it. They're glad that I'm here, especially that they can make it to all the home games and then the closer ones like SUU.
All right. How old are you?
25.
How old are you, Kona?
19.
Well, that's a big difference, huh? So what do you want to be when you have to grow up after this year?
I am I've already applied to physician assistant schools, so I'm just waiting to hear back.
Kona, do you know yet?
I don't have a single clue, but we're working on it. I'm still young, so we're just, treading the water.
What's it like, hometown here pretty much, and you got that, you're going to get that touchdown, you got to get in the end zone.
I don't know. It's a touchdown to me. I just got to put on for the team, get 6 points on the board, and I just got to score.
What do you like about these two guys, Coach?
I love their toughness, their physicality, their work ethic. I love their attitudes too. When we're not winning as many games as we'd like right now, it's tough. But these two guys love football, and you see it in the way that they play, the way they carry themselves, the attitude. I think it carries over the rest of the team. I mean, we want guys who are positive like that because we know that's going to pay off in the end.
All right, we are going to take a break. When we come back, the number 9 team in the country comes into town. This is your 4th top 10 team that you're going to play this year.
Yeah, we played a challenging schedule. We like it. It gives us a chance to play against the very best.
Top 10 toughest schedule in the country. We'll talk about Central Arkansas when we come back on the Coach Lance Anderson Show.
Welcome to St. George Academy, home of the Dragon Slayers, where academic excellence meets individualized learning right here in Southern Utah. At St. George Academy, we believe in challenging our students with rigorous curriculum, preparing them for a demanding college experience and beyond. And it's all tuition-free. Our unique Pathway University program offers accelerated courses, allowing students to earn college credits in high school. Experience the St. George Academy difference, schedule your tour today, and join us on your educational journey.
Yesco is a proud partner of Trailblazer Sports Vision and Utah Tech Athletics. Yesco specializes in manufacture of custom electric signs and displays. From the smallest to the largest, Yesco can design, manufacture, install, and maintain an identification package that is tailored to your specific needs. Yesco has been serving Utah businesses for well over 100 years with quality signage and exceptional service. To see how Yesco can serve you, go to yesco.com.
Craving something sweet but healthy? Come to Berries and Cream, the original spot for fresh berries in our delicious sweet cream. Locally owned and operated right here in St. George. We offer a cold, refreshing treat that's perfect for the southern Utah climate. Fresh fruit has never tasted so good. Berries and Cream, the original taste of St. George.
And they get to Morrissey, the first sack of the ball game for the Trailblazers. And he is stuffed right in the backfield. Great job by John Sniffen once again. Across the middle, caught 35 to the 40-yard line, out to the 41-yard line. Josh Rillos, his second catch of the season. Hand off to Chapman around the right side into the secondary, the 15, the 10. A 21-yard run by Asen Chapman. The screen pass to Crowell. Got it to 50, 45, 40. Big third down conversion by the Trailblazers.
caught at the 40, heads upfield, Damani Wilkes to midfield. Wide open is Alec Burton at the 30, 25, hurdles a defender and down at the 18-yard line. Pass out in the flat to the left, Bryce Parker, touchdown, Trailblazers. And the Trailblazers are back into this thing. To Falai, makes a great catch at midfield, all the way down to the 40-yard line. Into the end zone, touchdown Trailblazers. And there is Eni Falai with his first career touchdown.
Just some of the sights and sounds from Saturday afternoon's game in the Bluegrass State, Eastern Kentucky. First ever trip to the state of Kentucky for this program. And you still got to get a win east of the Mississippi, though.
Yes, yes. Still need to do that.
Let's just not do that anymore, and let's not go east of the Mississippi. Let's just play the teams around here.
Let's get wins when we do, though.
Yeah, all right.
Wherever we need to go.
Okay, so we're here with Kona Crowell, running back, and Malachi Fakahua, linebacker of the Trailblazers, getting ready for Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock kickoff in Greater Zion Stadium against Central Arkansas Bears, number 9 in the country. As we mentioned before, this is your 4th team that's in the top 10 in the rankings that you're going to play this year. They have a record of 6-2, 3-1 in conference play. They've won their last 2, including a 24-19 win over North Alabama on Saturday. They're the 7th best rushing team in the country, Coach.
Yeah, again, we'll have our hands full. We've been better against the run the last couple of weeks, and we've got to definitely show some improvement again this week.
And as you look at some of their highlights, it all starts with their senior quarterback, Will McIlvain, 3-year starter, Coach. Just what you want your quarterback to be. He's in the top 25 in the country in a number of passing categories, 225 yards a game, 13 touchdowns, only 3 picks. He's the leader. He's what your quarterback should be.
Oh, very, very efficient, really good football player.
Malachi, this is a guy you're going to be seeing a lot of. This is Shunderick Powell, running back, leads the nation in all-purpose yards with nearly 190, 147 yards a game rushing. Get used to him.
Oh, well, we're ready.
Have you watched much film on what he can do?
Yeah, very explosive, very talented back.
Talking with their coach this morning, and he said that he's an explosive player that can hit the home run anywhere on the field.
Oh, he can. And he catches the ball well out of the backfield. I mean, he is a really – we played some good running backs this year. Well, he's in that same category of, Britton at Tarleton, Larison at UC Davis. I mean, he's a really good player.
And he's a workhorse. He averages 18 carries a game. That's a lot.
Yeah, both in the run game and pass game. They feed him the football.
All right, so 9th ranked team in the country, 7th best rushing team in the country, the leading all-purpose yards gainer in the country. Malachi, perfect. They're ripe for an upset, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
That's it?
I mean, just when it comes down to it, our defense is set up where as long as everyone's doing, their 111th, their job, everything should be taken care of. So as long as we can get everybody on the same page, I mean, it's just another football team.
And Kona, when you look at their defense, they've got a kid by the name of David Walker. Have you been made aware of him?
Is that number 8?
Is that number 8? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. He was the ASUN Player of the Year a couple years ago. Then he was back-to-back the UAC Defensive Player of the Year. His coach called him the best player in all of college football and FCS at any position. So you're aware of number 8, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really get into all that stuff. He's just another player to me. Just got to do my job and got to execute.
Coach, they're saying the right things, but these guys, the two dynamic players on both sides.
We got a great challenge this week. They've got great players on both sides of the ball. Running back, quarterback, really good receiver. Yeah, and Walker is an outstanding player. Ton of sacks, ton of tackles for loss. So it's going to be a big challenge for us for sure.
All right, this is the best part of the show. We got treats, guys, from Berries and Cream at the shops at Zion's. What are they, Nikki?
Okay, and I will admit, I did eat the banana last week.
Okay. She did eat the banana one, yes.
I have a chocolate and strawberry, which
I'll take it.
Take that
chocolate,
one.
strawberry.
Bananas and cream.
Banana and cream.
That seems to be a favorite.
Okay. And then what's the other one?
Tropical custard.
Tropical custard, all right.
And another tropical.
Okay, kickoff 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, Greater Zion Stadium against Central Arkansas. Pre-game at 1 o'clock on the Fan and Trailblazer Sports Vision, and also they're tailgating at noon at the Atwood Innovation Plaza, the tailgate party presented by St. George Chamber of Commerce. So come out and have some fun. It's going to be about 60 degrees. Football weather, guys, in St. George.
Sure.
All right, Malachi Fakahua, thank you. Kona Crowell, Coach, thanks. All right, let's get away and let's upset and shock the world Saturday afternoon, right? All right, thanks for tuning in. See you on Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock.